Hi everyone, thanks for joining me and tuning in to another what is underwhelming weekly fishing report for the Delta, but thanks for tuning in. This is the report for March 16th, and we'll get into a little business, and then we'll talk about what happened last week and what it's going to take to maybe turn this bite around. So for anyone thinking about the tackle swap out at the Bass Hole, I just want to remind you that is Saturday, April 1st. If you want a booth out there, make sure you call Rob at 925-813-9485. That's out at the Bass Hole, and he'll get you set up with a table out in the parking lot so you can bring your stuff and get involved with the Bass Hole tackle swap. April 1st, 9 to noon. All right, let's talk about water conditions and what happened this week. There was a couple of tournaments. I'll get into that, and we'll talk about that. So first of all, I'm like all of you guys. I have the fear of missing out on a bite out here, and for the first time this winter, and it's been a long winter for me. I've been struggling for the last 2 or 3 months out here. So my fear of missing out was finally overruled by the knowledge that I have, knowing once I get out here what's happening. And for the first time this winter, I have not been out fishing this week. I will say that all of the reports that I've got made me glad I didn't go out, because literally, very few reports, by the way, not a whole lot of people going out, but the reports are either zero, that means skunk, nothing, or maybe one bite, one fish. So with that, let's talk about water conditions. And I'm looking behind me here. I'm tucked into out here at Paradise Point. I'm out here Wednesday the 15th. The wind's blowing about 10 or 12 miles an hour. It's about 48 degrees, so I'm tucked in behind the building here to get out of the wind for the audio quality here. But boy, I was out 2 days ago, Monday or something. I'll show you a little bit of what I found out here Monday. I was walking around out to the point and seeing what the water conditions were and things, and the wind had to be blowing, I'll say 30 to 35 with gusts to maybe 45. Really not a fun day to be out here, but there was a couple of boats in the parking lot. I'm sure those guys were practicing for the Toyota tournament that's happening as we speak now. So let's get into the water conditions, and I'm turning around right now and I'm looking at the water here at Paradise Point, and we have the worst visibility that I've seen all year. It's basically zero. It's chocolate color. The reports that I have been getting from people around the Delta have been the same thing. It's pretty much chocolate all over right now. There's a lot of water dumping in, and remember, it's just not the rain. We had about 3 inches of rain in 2 days earlier in the week, so we have some flush of rain coming down. But all of the Comanche, New Hogan, Maloney's, all of these reservoirs have the dams open now, and they are letting water out for flood control. So we've got a lot of water coming down the river, and it is chocolate brown. I talked to Alan Fong, I believe it was Saturday or Sunday, and Alan came out. I don't know what ramp he was at. He said he was in the Central Delta somewhere, but he put the boat in the water, kind of stuck the nose out and looked around, saw all the debris coming down. He put the boat back on the trailer and went home. For Alan to do that, that is an exceptionally rough day. There had to be a lot of debris in it. So conditions were very difficult at the start of the week. And I don't know if you can hear that, but there is a boat out today, and he's running by somewhere out there if you hear him. But they're out there fishing, and like I said, the Toyota tournament's going on. It might be one of the guys that are looking around out here. But anyhow, clarity is tough. Water visibility is nothing out here. Water temperatures I've gotten temperatures from one fella said he had found 60 degrees somewhere. I had a 55 degree report. Alan said out north he was getting 54, but most of the reports are right around 50 degree water temps throughout the Delta. If you get back in a slough or somewhere on the right day when the sun came out, and I'm sure they had that 55 degree water temp and up, but water temps are holding about 50 degrees, and they may jump around by the time you guys get out this weekend if we get some warm weather, it may jump up to about, up above 50, but look at around 50-degree water temp with very low visibility. Okay, with that, very difficult conditions, let's talk about a couple of the tournaments that happened this week. Saturday, March 11th, NorCal Bass Club was out. I think they went out of Ladd's. They had 33 boats. There were 14 fish weighed in out of 33 boats. First place was 13 pounds, second place 7 pounds, third place was 2 pounds. The winners were Mark Gomez and Juan Acosta. Congratulations, Mark and Juan. I also want to congratulate my buddy Chris Huff. Him and his partner Sonny got second place. So I haven't seen you out here, Chris, but way to go. I know 7 pounds, you probably didn't think you had much of a chance, but that's fishing. Sunday, the ABA was out, and I went out to the weigh-in. They had a small field of 11 boats, but I'll tell you, I was out there, and I know a lot of the guys that were fishing in there. They were some of the best sticks on the Delta. They had a winning weight of 15 pounds. Eric Weatherton and Clint Warren had 15 pounds. I think they may have been the only guys that had a 5-fish limit. Second place was 11 pounds, and third place was 3 pounds. 11 teams, they had 16 fish weighed in for 11 teams. And again, most of the field either blanked or had 1 fish. Extremely difficult conditions. I talked to Eric and Clint. They were very humble about winning. One of the things that they had mentioned at their last couple tournaments, they weighed in 1 fish. This particular tournament, they had 5 bites. And I'm hope I'm getting this right. If I'm not, Eric, give me a call or something. 5 bites, they got 5 fish. There was no pattern. They said they were lucky. These guys aren't lucky. Mark and Juan, who won the NorCal, but anybody winning a tournament this time of year is not lucky. They may feel fortunate, but these guys all put a plan together, and on that particular day, the plan at least paid out for them. So they weren't lucky. But as far as Eric and Clint were saying, they were pretty humble about winning, and I didn't feel like they felt they could go out and back that weight up again. But they did mention that the fish were all over the board. 1 fish in 1 foot of water. Next fish was in 10 feet of water. Different baits, no pattern at all. So just, be aware, guys. There are some decent weights that are winning these tournaments. Very, very low weights, but decent for this time of year. But most of the field is just blanking. So it's just not a great time to be on the Delta. Now, the Toyota MFL tournament, they're going to have the big boys out here, and they're fishing today. It's the 15th, 16th, and 17th. I'll have a full report on that. I'll try to get out there maybe Friday and see if I can't check out what the weigh-in looks like and give you guys a report on that next week. What's it going to take for the fishing to get consistent? We're going to have about 4 days of, I'll say, 55 to 65 degree temperatures with little or no rain. The water temperature is going to have to get to 53 to 55 degrees. The clarity is not a big thing, but I'd like to see 1 or 2 feet of visibility, and then I think we can see some consistency out here. Until that, it's not going to happen. Now, the next 10-day forecast, it's not bad, but we are going to get some rain. It's going to be fishable. It may not be the most pleasant, and my prediction is for the next week or so, it's going to be tough. But man, I'm just hoping that it's going to go up a little bit, and we can get just a little bit of consistency where most people can go out and get 2 or 3 bites, catch a few fish. This Toyota tournament on the 15th, 16th, and 17th will be a good indication of what the Delta has to offer, to some of the best fishermen in the western United States. So with that, thank you guys for watching me. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. I'll be out here next week, and maybe this week I'll try to get out and fish. Who knows? So until then, see you guys on the water, and good luck.